No. Yeah, dude.
We get a weapon! Oh, this is the greatest night of my life!
Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the field.
Get ready for a shakedown!
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown! Here comes the shakedown! Yo, by the way, think back here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast, where we got a gigantic, gargantuan, humongous game tomorrow. First, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joey Shakes, man, what's going on?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a weird week, man. It's been one of those weeks where it felt like we couldn't really go talk about the next game. We had a lot of our own issues this week from the media, and after that Panthers game, it was a rough week this week. I think we all could say that.
It was a rough week for a team that won. You would never have thought we won that game if you were looking at it afterwards. But I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready to go out there and prove the world that all that crap is behind us, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Davin, what's up? Twits, what's going on? MJ, what's happening? How you guys doing? Jersey Dolphin, thank you for being here. Jolo, Filioso, Joe, Stinky Fish, Rizzy, Vigilant Tracker, Tom, Jonas, Cujo. Thank you guys so much for being here. Donnie, Housecat, Truancy, System of the Knot, Rudy, Clark. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. A Warrior, Laceford, Eagles fan, EN890. Thank you so much for being a member. 8 months. Hope the Eagles win tomorrow. No, the Eagles are winning tomorrow. The Eagles are winning tomorrow because I think, and people get mad at me for saying this, but I do think this is maybe the most important game for the Eagles of the year. And we've heard that the last 2 weeks. That's true. But I think after what happened yesterday, Joey, and this is my theory, you can tell me what you think. I feel like after what happened last week and what happened last year, I think this team, especially the coaching staff, needs to show that they can nip this kind of shit in the butt and take care of it right away and not let it snowball over the course of the rest of the year. So I think this is almost like a redemption story for one Nick Sirianni in a way, because if they take care of stuff and they go out there and they show that none of that stuff bothers, it shows you that he's really, in my opinion, grown as a coach because he knows how to handle things much better. What do you say? What do you think? Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, you're not. I mean, look, I think everybody took it out of proportion, which we already knew that was going to happen anyway. I mean, Nick says this feels like, even after all the crap happened this week with the drama, Nick feels that this season's like 2022 vibes and 23 vibes. The players are going to keep everything in house and they're going to do their thing, and it's really, we have to just make believe this game. I know it was a bad game last week. I think we played down the competition last week. I think we're allowed to play off one game post-bye. I think this quarterback's seeing a lot of disrespect. There are other quarterbacks getting glazed over losses. I mean, we could probably go through the whole list of everything that happened, from last week to this week. And hopefully, they fix what they need to really get fixed. It's been a crazy last week and a crazy start, and hopefully a better finish. So
yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, maybe this will turn out to be the biggest blessing, because maybe this is something that, if there was, frustration building amongst guys, and maybe the fact that Brandon Graham said what he did, maybe, just maybe, that forces the Eagles to have to kind of address the situation and just not brush it under the rug because, A, we're winning. We're on a 9-game winning streak. We can't complain. Like, talk about it, get it out, fix it, and then move on, you know? My hope is tomorrow when we do our post game, like, you know, we can put all this crap behind us and just be moving forward, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Marcus, welcome to Dingbat Nation, man. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, my man. You are the man. And Dave D, man, thank you for the first super chat of the night. Thank you. He goes, hope you have a great day. Go Eagles. Absolutely. You too, my man. Oh, and I got to say this real quick before we get into it. But I got to say happy birthday to my beautiful, beautiful wife. It is her birthday today, so we're celebrating. Yeah, she don't look a day over 25. So, yeah. I hope she's having a great birthday. And
there you go.
I just wanted to say that. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a game. I don't know, man. I got good vibes about this. Like, I feel like tomorrow we're going to kick the crap out of this team. Like, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to know what hit them. I mean, maybe that's too confident. I don't know. I know they have a very, very good defense, but I feel pretty good about this game, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going to be another big game for Saquon Barkley, and you can't really excuse the injuries for the Steelers' defense. Deshaun Elliott at safety is out for this game. That's a big acquisition that they had that's playing really well. That Larry Ogunjobi is out at defensive tackle, and he's really good against the run. So the matchups with Lane Johnson and TJ Watt, you have to watch out for Patrick Queen, obviously. And, I think AJ Brown and Devontae Smith will have theirs. I think they'll have some, I think as a jointed game, I think they're all going to play pretty well. I think we can't look at, they're 17th against the run. We could run on anybody. We faced against the Ravens, against the number one rushing defense, put 140 on them. So I feel like, really, if we get these fast starts, these quick starts will be good.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on, I got to turn this. I thought I turned it down.
That shit's loud as shit.
I'm sorry, guys. I got like I'm live streaming. I got a whole bunch of monitors up and live streaming all the live cams in Jersey looking for drones. And I got the police scanners on. I'm all droned up with this thing going on there. So I'm sorry, it's loud. I thought I turned it down, but I got this drone and I got the police scanners on. I'm looking for aliens, baby. Fake alien invasion. Here we go. But yeah, so their defense is good. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Watt, Queen. I like their defense. I do. But to me, where I think the Eagles have the big advantage is I think George Pickens being out is going to be a huge loss for the Steelers. Their offense does not scare me at all. They don't scare me. Najee Harris, slow as hell, Rich Eisen. And I think if you take Pickens out of this offense, I don't know. To me, I think they're pedestrian. I think the Eagles defense is too big of a matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
Yeah, as long as you can contain and Russell Wilson doesn't have those running lanes and the linebackers play downhill, I think you'll be fine. Honestly, you'll be good. Now, I'm not afraid of Najee Harris either. I don't think. I think they can.
First that guy runs like this. He's so slow.
He does.
The Eagles are too fast. They're too fast defensively. I don't think they're going to have a problem with him. The other guy, their other running back, I think his name's something Warren. He's actually pretty fast. Like to me, I worry more about him. But I feel like the Steelers. Offensively will not be able to score a ton of points against us. And I do think their defense is good, and I think their defense is going to keep them in the game for a while. Let me ask you this question. Let me get the super chat first, and then I'll ask you this question. Dave D, thank you for the super chat. He goes, hope you have a great day. Go Eagles.
Thanks, Dave.
Hope you have a great day too, my man. Thank you for the super chat. With everything that happened, do you feel like you worry that the Eagles are going to come out and then look, especially early on, to really try to go to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, like almost to a point where it's detrimental because the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably waiting for it? Like, do you think that they're going to come out and try to get them involved right away?
I mean, we haven't really forced anything downfield in a bit, so it's been a while since we've actually forced something. And I think people need to realize too that I think everybody knows that Saquon has been really the show of this offense. And you got to remember, like AJ Brown missed a few games this year. We won 2 games without Devontae Smith, so it seems like if there's a way to win here and to get this quick start that we desperately need, it's to really run the football and do some up-tempo offense, kind of keep the defense on their heels. Whatever the defense gives you, whether if it's a check down or anything is open like that, these are the type of things you have to do. Play action fake, I mean, something like that. They could force feed that ball into AJ Brown's hands. It wouldn't shock me. Kind of make a statement like, we're back, we trust each other. There's no detriment to the friendship or anything like that, which every team does this. There's guys that are in friendships, there's guys that are friends or whatever, and they always have these little arguments or whatever. I think people are blown out of proportion, but I think they'll try to force something down. I think they'll force something down. I'll see why not.
Yeah. See what I think the Eagles should do is, I think the perfect game plan is this. I think, and this is my theory all year on the first quarters, which King says Najee Harris runs like he's wearing boots on a beach. He really does. It's really true. It is true. But I feel like that, the reasons why we've had the struggles in the first quarter is because I really believe we try to do the same thing every week in the first quarters. And defenses look at what we do, and they know we're going to come out and we're going to try to throw the ball. And that's what we want to do. We want to establish and come out throwing and be something that we're not. So I think defenses are usually prepared for it. I think the way to come out is to run early. To come out, run early. And then what about getting Hurts, putting him under center? After you've established the run, maybe the first couple drives, what about putting Hurts under center and then letting him play action with Saquon Barkley in the backfield? Like, I think that would open up the whole entire passing game. And I think it would throw Pittsburgh off, because if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm going, the Eagles are coming out throwing, and look for them to get A.J. Brown involved early because of the drama. So I'm looking for that early tomorrow going into this game if I'm Pittsburgh. I'm not worried about Barkley in the first quarter. I'm worried about them trying to get the passing game going.
Yeah, because Barkley has been like really the second half finisher. That's what he's really been for weeks. Do you get nervous? Like, do you get nervous if they give him the ball, over 10 times in the first half, that they're kind of overloading him too much?
No, because I don't necessarily. I'm not saying that he needs to come out of the game with an extra 10 or 12 carries. I just think you need to spread it out better. So, like, give him some balls earlier in the game, and then maybe he'll get less in the fourth quarter. Or, maybe you rotate other guys in a little more in the fourth quarter, especially if you're up big. But I really think the reason why these teams, this team struggles in the first quarter is because everybody knows they're coming out and what they're trying to do. And it doesn't really change week to week. That's why it always looks the same.
Yeah, but nothing has to be like a 50-yard pass. So, like, why don't they do the short passing game? Like, why don't get these guys warmed up in the short passing game and let these guys get the yak, like whether it's crossers or slants or something easy to kind of get these these receivers, start up a little bit. I think getting that short passing game is very important. So.
Sure. I think that would be great. Yeah. Lord Vaughn says they are not beating us scoring field goals all day. I'm not worried. No, they're not. They are not. I totally agree. James Wynn, thank you for the super sticker, my man. Okay. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But it'll be interesting. I'm really excited to see the Eagles come out tomorrow, because I think they're coming out pissed off. I think they're coming out ready to just like destroy this team. I have a feeling, in my opinion, is that we're going to win by double digits, and I think it's going to be the best game we played all year. I really feel like we're about to see that kind of game, and then nobody will be talking about the crap that we've had to deal with for the whole week, which obviously nobody wants to deal with,
Yeah, there's definitely extra motivation this week, no doubt. So
yeah. And James, once again, man, thank you for that super sticker, man. Kay Robinson says, now you can't force it to AJ because he put it out there instead of keeping it in-house. Yeah, I mean, AJ probably, at the end of the day, should never have said anything. It just wasn't good. But I don't think he was being a diva. Like, I never got the sense, here's a guy that's being a diva. Like, I think it got way blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And I think the Brandon Graham interview is what really
that was
fueled
bad.
the fire.
That was I mean, he knows better than that. That was what he said was horrible. I mean, he should have. That was not good.
Yeah,
that was not good.
Yeah, but see, I think maybe it was like we got to address this and deal with this stuff right now. We can't let this stuff linger on. And I almost wonder if he did it in purpose in a way, because when you're 10-1, like if you look at last year, we're 10-1. We didn't have any problems, any issues that we knew about or we were talking about. And it all started to come out like this. And then it just got worse and worse. Well, you ignore things when you win. Maybe it was like, we got to deal with this and get this stuff behind us before we start losing and it starts making it worse. So maybe it turned out to be the smartest thing that Brandon Graham could have done. Even though it don't feel like it.
Right.
And I'm trying to be positive about the situation. I really am. Marcus, thank you for the super chat. He goes, the Pittsburgh bitch, the Eagles going off. I think so. I agree. Lions big game tomorrow. Lions play the Bills while we're playing. And if they beat the Bills with their schedule,
it's done.
I think it's going to be tough to get the number 1 seed because you got to lose 2 games. And Minnesota maybe is a chance, but the Niners look like crap. The Bears fired the coach. So I just don't know. I think that Bills game is important. If they lose that Bills game, all of a sudden they're going to have real pressure on them, and it's going to get interesting.
Yeah.
The Toilet Smoke and David Super Chat. He goes, don't know if you guys know, but Saquon's birthday is the same day as the Super Bowl. It would be sweet for Saquon to go home with the Lombardi Trophy. Yeah, that would be awesome. Could you imagine? Thank you for that Super Chat. Princess Gamer says, I honestly think it's going to be 35-14 Eagles. Barkley is going to wear them down, and A.J. Brown's going to go off like he did before. Watch. I would not be surprised. I would not. Like I said, I do have, with this team all year, I felt more like this is 2022 than 2023. So I have felt that all year with them. So I do think that we're going to be just fine.
I agree.
Maurice Steele, thank you for the super chat. He goes, did you guys see what music the Eagles played at practice? The Bobby Brown song, My Prerogative. Oh, really? No, that's hilarious. I remember that song. My Prerogative. Yeah, I like it. Russell Wilson hasn't had the same yardage that Jalen had in the last game, and they're complaining about Jalen. They always complain about Jalen. They always complain about the Eagles. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Do you know any other team that would be 11-2 and you would be dealing with the crap you're dealing with all week?
Well, did
it feel like we won? People literally think we lost this week. We didn't lose. We won.
Like Brock Purdy could lose a game. They say nothing about it. Jared Goff could play a bad game. They said nothing about it. I mean, look, Josh Allen had in that Monday night game, he had 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, and he still got glazed after a loss. I mean, they're taking how flashy a quarterback has to be. That's what it is. It's about entertainment. It's about how much flash the team has. But I mean, are people realizing? I mean, you have a running back that could literally shatter the record this season. And they take, like, Hurts gets the less he does in a game, the less respect that he gets, throwing 16 to 19 times. Why is he doing that every game? Why, there's something wrong with him, like that's how it's been, that's how it's been. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think Hurts is a winner. I think he knows how to win games. He wins games, and that's what he does. I don't think he's flashy. I don't think he's Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or any of those guys. He's not, but he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be himself, and he does need to be more efficient in the passing game. He does need to be better going into the playoffs. But I think he already knows that. So it's not like it's not like the sky is falling like they act like it is. But at the same time, I do think it's fair. And this is where I've had a lot of disagreements with people. I do think it's fair to say, hey, I'm worried about this whole situation because of what happened last year. And people say, well, it's not last year. Well, I get that it's not last year, but the coach is the same as last year. So what did he learn and how can he handle it better? Like I said, I think that if they go out and blow the crap out of the Steelers and they just, this thing fades away, then I think Nick Sirianni has learned a ton from the year before, which is a great thing, which is a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's not a bad thing.
Every move that they make in this game is going to be like, it's all going to be, we're going to be watching. There's going to be eyes on all these guys. Every little step, every play, every reacting, every reenactment to any play that happens is going to be recorded, and we're going to see if there's actually still problems going on. So hopefully they overcome.
Exactly. 500 Joey, what's up? Thanks for this opportunity. I started at 5-win after the Atlanta game, 10 wins, and then they're going to continue beating. I want them to destroy Russell Wilson. Best game all year. I feel like we're going to have our best game all year. I do. I feel like tomorrow is going to be the first time. I think we're coming out. I think we're going right down the field scoring. And then I think we're going to just, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to hit them. I just got that feeling it's going to be a big game for us tomorrow.
Yeah, I do too.
Cecil says, I agree. Brandon Graham did that to force them to clear the air. Yeah, he could have, because you don't, you tend to avoid things when you're winning, and to talk about it while you're winning is something that they don't do. And it really kind of forced them to have to do it, which is it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
James Wynn, thank you for the super sticker, man. I don't know if this is the same one or a different one, but thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Definitely.
Here you go. Messiah says, you guys are no longer Eagles fans than I am. I just don't know how I'm going to continue to keep dealing with every time they have a bad game, the sky's falling. It's exhausting. Yeah, but I mean, we didn't say the sky was falling. Listen, you can't deny. You can't deny there was issues after that game when Brandon Graham said what he said. He did clear the air, but at the time, I just don't see how you can ignore that, And then as far as the sky is falling, when have we said the sky was falling all year? Like when have me and you said that all year?
Never.
We haven't said that all year. Never. Even after the Atlanta game, we were like, we got to shake it off. Right. Even after the Tampa game, I remember saying right after the Tampa game, the Eagles are right around where I thought they would be. And I don't know who said the sky is falling, but I don't think you can just like sweep what happened under the rug and not talk about it.
I mean, because you faced a statistically bad team last week, and they played down to the competition, and this is what they should be looking like in Week 14 at that time. So, in all the hate that we were getting, we got a lot of hate on Jalen Hurts. A lot of hate on Jalen Hurts. Like I understand the whole situation, but I mean, I can post bye week. I can let them have one bad game. Like no one else in the league that is as good as we are, or better, or worse, has played a bad game against a team that they should have beat the crap out of them. And the Eagles didn't do that, and they're not written off, So can't do that.
No, not at all. I think that a lot of the reaction, honestly, with the media and with the radio, with the fans, I do think a lot of it has to do with what happened last year. I think that's fresh in everybody's mind, and I think people have PTSD about that. And so when you saw something start to flare up, you go, "Oh, not again," because it was almost the same time last year that all that happened. With it started with the defensive coordinator firing, and then this and that, and it just got out of control. I don't think that this is that situation at all. And like I've said all year, I don't think Jalen Hurts is Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Burrow. I don't think he has to be. Like Jeremiah says right here, no, Jalen is Jalen. He's a breed of one. There's no other quarterback like him. I kind of agree with you. I think you have a unique quarterback and he does what he does, and not many people can do that. What he does, and what I like about Jalen is that every time you need that drive, every time you need games on the line, he always puts you in a position to win. He does. And my big thing with Jalen Hurts early in the year was just don't turn the ball over. You got to work on the turnovers. That he's done. So I would even take some of the sacks, even though you should throw it away at times. Like, I'll even take some of those over the turnovers any day of the week, I will.
I don't think he's ever going to be perfect. As long as he makes less of the mistakes like he made last week, yeah, the passing game definitely needs to. He's got to be less hesitant, no doubt, and they have to change some of the things that make the offense real simple when it comes to the short passing game. I mean, throw a screen pass, dump it off. I mean, check it down, something like that. Nothing has to go 40+ yards downfield. If you're at the line too, another issue like 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2, he's audibling from a run to a pass. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like why?
Yeah.
You guys are bullies. You have the number 1 rusher in the NFL. I mean, just run the football, man. Be aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael says, "Hey Philly, do you think that AJ might request a trade next year because he's not getting the production he used to? He's the number 1 receiver." Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. He just signed a big contract. He's not going anywhere, and he doesn't want to. Don't worry about that. James says, "Today's my son Travion's 18th. Oh, happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday to him, man. Shout out to him. I hope he's having a great day." Yo, Joey in Philly, I'm a Steelers fan. Good luck tomorrow. Yeah, man. Good luck to you too, man. Good luck to you as well. Lazyford says, "Hurts is our ace in the hole. He will come out and get us a win where we need it. It looked last year in the rain and the Bills, and he carried the team." I agree. I totally agree. I expect a good game tomorrow from the Eagles. I think they're going to have one. Jolo says Calcaterra could be the benefit of them thinking we're going to force feed AJ. Yeah, I totally agree. He could be, and Goddard's he's out. He's on IR, of course, but if you look at the rest of that injury report, we're pretty healthy. Yeah. This is one of the healthiest we've been all year. Because really,
when you really look at it, even if they, like I said, like if the Lions get beat by the Bills and there's some type of chance where the Eagles keep winning and, maybe there's a chance where they stumble one more time, maybe against the Vikings, like realistically, you could rest some guys the last couple weeks. If you have more of a serious injury on this roster, you can rest them for 2 to 3 weeks if you really want, the last 2 weeks of the season or whatever. So if they don't care about seeding after knowing that they can't get the first seed, I think they're relatively healthy. Plus, you're going to get Bryce Huff back in a couple weeks, so you add more to that defensive line, and hopefully he could do something. Because I thought he was playing better post bye week. I think everybody was playing better post bye week, so you'll get some reinforcements back. So
I agree. Bobby Daver Super Chat goes, "Loving my new Slim Reaper hoodie from your store." Oh man, well that's great. Thank you for purchasing, man. Good to hear. Mason says 8500. Can you shout out to Mason? Shout out to Mason. Shout out to you, Mason. Shout out to you, buddy. Let me catch up this chat. I'm way behind here. James Wynn, thank you for the super sticker, my man. I appreciate that so much. How come are you noticing the stickers on the super chat, like they're all different colors now?
They've always
I don't
been
understand
like
that.
Depending on price, they're different.
10 is always yellow, and it's coming on green today. I don't understand.
Oh, that's weird.
D Luggett, thank you for the super chat. We will be fine. We learned a lot from last year. Plus, we have a much more complete team. We win tomorrow, 28-13. Fly, Eagles, fly. We are in safe hands. I 100,000% agree with you. Pit Round the Denver super chat. He goes, "I got Mark to finally apologize to you and admit you were right with your take on our secondary yesterday." I know you did. You did good because he's been avoiding that all year. He got really mad at me before the season, Joey, and they were like doing live streams, like laughing at me because I said that Eagle secondary would be better than the Cowboys secondary this year, and it is a lot better. So, Eagles talk, baby. David super chat. You guys are good. Don't mind these casuals who can't understand what constructive criticism is. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Yeah. Criticism is not hate. Know the difference. Agreed. 4133, what's going on, my man? Thank you for the super chat. In the NFL, general defensive lines or rotations, if we use a heavy package in the first quarter, fullback, 2 tight ends under center, Steen and Johnson, and a tight end, force teams out of their game plan, wear them out. Yeah, I mean, you could wear them out that way. I mean, I already think that when you're just, you got your regular formations in and your regular line in, you're going to wear teams down anyways. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that. I really would like to see, and I went back and watched the Carolina game. I don't think there was more than one time where they had Hurts under center and ran play action fake with Barkley in there. They do it with Gainwell, which is weird because they'll take Barkley out, then they put Hurts under center, and then they play action off of Gainwell. Well, I don't think teams bite the same way when Gainwell is in. That's why I don't understand the third down with Gainwell, the under 2 minutes. Some people think I hate on Gainwell. It's not. I have no issue with Gainwell. It's how they use him is my issue.
I think part of it's rotation too, because if like Barkley's in for a bunch of plays and then they do that play action, maybe he takes himself out because Barkley does take himself out on certain situations.
He does.
Gas, so I get it.
Why call in that
right,
play then?
Right.
Save it for Barkley when he's in there. He's the true threat, right? He's the guy that when you put Hurts on center, you play action off Barkley, roll Hurts out. I think that whole defense is going to go with Barkley. So. We'll see tomorrow because I think it's got to start tomorrow. You've got to start figuring out these slow starts, and you got to get that taken care of. Witch King says, just want to finally beat Wilson bitch ass tomorrow. Can't believe we've never beat Russell Wilson. That is wild. That is wild. But the thing is I'll say this. Russell Wilson was in Seattle. A different time. I don't think it's the same Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wicked One says, I just got my kid and I posted her in Discord. Oh, I'll be on there tonight. I was on there earlier today, so I'll be on there tonight. I'll definitely check out your kitten. I need to post mine as well, and I got to see all the people sending me anything with drones. If you got drones, if you're in Jersey and stuff, send it to me. I'm all about this stuff, man. I got TVs, monitors, scanners running. I'm dialed in, man. I'm dialed in. Washington probably going to beat the Saints, but who knows? Yeah, I think they probably do. Hopefully they won't be. I'll be streaming that game tomorrow, so we'll see. But the thing is, Washington does play early, so. They lose that game tomorrow. We go in and we know we can clinch the division right there with a win. We can clinch it.
So we clinch it if they lose and we win, or if it doesn't matter if we win regardless.
No, I thought it was a win. I thought it was a win and Washington lost or tie. I thought is what it was. But here's the other thing that's interesting. We also would clinch no worse than a 2 seed.
True. Right.
So at worst, you're a 2 seed, which means everybody but the number 1 seed would come to Philly in that situation. And I think that's going to be hugely important. And if you clinch the division and you clinch the number 2 seed tomorrow, let's say, the question becomes is how do you go through the next 4 games or whatever left? Well, how do you approach those games? Because once that number 1 seed is locked up, which actually might not get locked up till the week 18 or something. Because here's the thing, Minnesota is only 1 game behind Detroit. Even if we were to falter, and let's say we were the number 2 seed, that's the best we could be. Detroit, Minnesota is still fighting for that division. Minnesota could steal that division if they beat Detroit that last game of the season and all of a sudden go from the 5th seed to a 1 seed. So it's going to be interesting. It really is.
Yeah.
But I think Washington probably does win tomorrow. I hope not. Wicked One, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, we about to smash those squealers. Bring on Schittsburg. Yeah, bring on. Shout out to my boy Clint, one of my best friends, Pittsburgh fan, called me, left a message to talk the game. I didn't get a chance to call him back. I apologize, buddy, if you're listening. but I will be in touch. Bald Eagle David Super Chat. Just run between the guard and the tackle away from TJ Watt. Make him run around early and just tire him out. We are going to have to throw in the fourth quarter. You think so? You think it's going to be close then? Interesting. We'll see. I mean, the one thing with Lane usually does good against the top premier guys. Doesn't it seem like he always shuts guys out? Always.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. I don't see nothing up in the sky right now. Bobby David Super Chat goes, the Jones or Jerry Jones trying to scout talent. Yeah, he's got the wrong directions. Dude, what if do things show up tomorrow during the game? The drones.
Yeah, will you be all over that news?
Would that be crazy? What if they show up and like they have to stop the game for it because they're up above? No, I'm serious. Do you know there was an old game? It was the Cowboys somebody, I don't remember who. And they had UFOs in the sky. And they literally had to like stop the game for a little bit. And they're like, what are those things? It's a true story. It was during the game long ago. You never know. I'm just saying, you never know.
You never know.
I think they're showing up tomorrow. I think they're showing up. I don't know if it'll pause the game, but I think that we are going to see something. Ian 890 says, Kenny, that doesn't gain well. Yeah. Listen, to me, it's the usage of how they use them. I would like to see them use Will Shipley more too. Like I think there's opportunities for that. Morgan Holmes, thank you for Super Chat. Arthur for 126, MVP Barkley 150. Mr. Shakes.
Yeah, it'd be a great
day.
Yes,
I think that would be a great day, especially against Pittsburgh. If you do that against Pittsburgh, then what defense can stop you, really? Because I think Pittsburgh's pretty good defense. I personally don't believe there's a team that can stop the Eagles' run game. Even if they know the Eagles are running the ball, I don't believe anybody can stop it. I just think they wear you out, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Finally, here's a conspiracy theory. Check out the drones flying around New Jersey. I'm dialed in. I got my TV on there. I got the monitors. I got the police scanners. I'm ready. Mason says, Philly, the bet is officially in. My buddy just confirmed that his girl approved for me getting to, oh my God, and Eagles win. And he gets to my, if the Steelers win, I'm confident in us, Philly. You guys need new girlfriends. You guys need new girlfriends. If they're letting you do that, you need new girlfriends. No, that's crazy bet. Bob Lazar's your 500. Did you know alien created humanity with their own custom DNA and they injected? Yeah, I've heard that theory before. I've heard.
Here we go.
I can't tell if 500 is serious or not. About the drones.
Oh, he's serious. He's serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious. Listen, I got this mother humper on. Listen to this. I got this guy. I'm up all night. Wait, watching drones.
They're here. They're here.
I'm dead serious.
They're here.
Oh, I'm dead serious. I think this is earth-shattering, paradigm shifting. No, I'm dead serious. I'm a complete nut. I've been waiting for this for years. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, he is serious. Oh, I'm dead serious. No, dead serious. I watch I watch Skinwalker Ranch all the time. You know. Let's see. So where were we before we started talking about the drones stuff? Yeah, I think this game is I think this is the perfect game for the Eagles to kind of just show everybody that like we are not what we were last year. We've moved on. You know, we can do what we do and we're fine. I do. I think this is a big game in that regard.
Oh, it's a huge game. Definitely statement game.
Yeah. Splenda says 500. Everyone likes to bring up Wilson being 5-0 against us, but if you actually look at the games, we had Sanchez and Wentz. I know. And the Wentz one in the playoffs was like the worst because he got knocked out of the playoffs in the first quarter.
Eight
Dude, that's the
in.
only playoffs. He's never played in the playoffs, but that 9 years of his career, he's only played that one section. You watch something crazy happen, and then Wentz has to play in the playoffs.
That was a wild card game, right? I was at that game. I went to that game. I remember when Wentz came out, everybody was flipping. Everybody was flipping out. That was the Jadeveon Clowney hit. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. It was what was so horrible about that game is like I don't think Carson ever was the same after that game. Like that game is the game that broke him. Seriously, because then you had a whole fight with Howie and him in the locker room. But if you look at that season, remember that's the season where he takes us on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak. He's playing out of his mind. One of the greatest passes I've ever seen. Miles Sanders versus Washington back in the end zone. He had no weapons. Not one receiver had like over 400 yards. He was playing. It looked like that second half of that season. Like I thought we were getting Carson to finally start playing like 2017 Carson again. And then that concussion. And it just threw everything off.
we had to win out. We had to win out like the last 4 games. Like we had to win out to win the division. And Greg Ward was like the hero of like the end of the year. Like he, remember he had that touchdown in that Washington game, won that for us. Like, we had no receivers. It was horrible. We had like nobody.
Right. To clinch the number 2 seed, we must win versus the Steelers, and the Commanders must lose versus the Saints, and the Seahawks must lose versus the Packers. I expect us to win. I expect Packers to win, but the Commanders will. Yeah. So that would take us to next week, where if you win that game, you would definitely at that point clinch the whatchamacallit. But hopefully, I think the Packers will win. So it looks like we'll have no worse than the number 2 seed locked up, Yeah. Let's see here. Philly 416 says the offense is built to grind down opposition D like Parmesan cheese in the fourth quarter. We'll put you in the gravy and forget about it. It's over. Agreed. And we read that is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting playoff scenarios tomorrow. They're starting to emerge. Can you imagine being an NFC North? Like you're literally 11-2 Minnesota, and you may not get a home playoff game. Green Bay, pretty good team, might not get a home play. Like they're going to have to go to Tampa and Seattle. It's crazy. Like that division is really, they got good teams in that division. We need AJ to have a game against Pittsburgh like 2022. I think he will. I think he will. 500 is looking Jerry Jones to be. Oh, absolutely. You know it. I'm looking for it. Bald Eagle, David Super Chat. Aliens in Miami migrate to New Jersey in just 1 year. Yeah, that whole Miami mall thing is a whole nother situation. Philly, what scanner app are you using to listen? I got like 3 different channels from YouTube on. They're live streams with audio police scanners. One of them's of the beach. One of them is the township and whatever. And they're just following what's going on. I'm waiting for these mother humpers. I've been studying this for the last week intensely. But I got all the TV. My wife wakes up all TV. I got iPad. I got everything on. It's beautiful. Now Carson has to watch Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. I know, right? He might end up with 2 Super Bowls. How crazy is that? 2 Super Bowls, never played 1 full playoff game. A Warrior Rage, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, yo, 500. In honor of you, I'm going to watch The Watch tonight. The movie with Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller about the alien. Yeah. That was a funny movie. I like that. Yeah, I'm kind of like one of those idiots, I'm sure. But I don't think it's necessarily aliens. I think it's government, but I just think I think some big things are getting ready to happen. Remember Travis Fulgham had like 150 yards plus on the Steelers. He was like Michael Thomas. Yeah, we thought we had the Steelers, man. Oh, yeah. Chris Scott says, my wife said she saw a drone outside of our bedroom window. I was excited, but it was my perverted next door neighbor playing with his drone. Pause. Yeah. You have to watch for those. That's for sure. Rogue says, "Hey guys, I think Carson wins got a raw deal. He didn't have the receivers he wanted or needed. He got hurt. His confidence was shattered. We did him injustice as a franchise." Well, and the whole thing with Foles, like he was always looking over his shoulder. It was a mess. The whole situation was a mess. But I really think that like a lot of what we see with how the Eagles go out and get weapons now, I think it's because of the lessons that they've learned with Carson. You know, I do. I don't want him in here, doubted to ruin, but I don't know what we're talking about. Hey Philly, I see the Eagles versus Lions NFC Championship this year, and the Eagles win Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I think the Eagles and the Lions are a collision course. I definitely do.
Yeah,
I definitely do. So what worries you the most, like tomorrow? Like what's the thing that concerns you the most about this game tomorrow?
it's really just the slow starts offensively in the passing game. I mean, that's really the only two. I mean, if I had to really nitpick on defense, it would, I want to see the defensive line get after it. Better tackling tomorrow. I mean, really, that's what I'm those are really the only three things, to be honest with you. Nothing, but offensively, that's my main concern. Really, the first quarter, and hopefully changing it up this time.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let me see here. Yeah, our luck, the world ends while they're doing the trophy presentation. It's gonna be like the Eagles have to take a knee to run the clock out, and all of a sudden the giant motherships are gonna show up. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah. Two's most one says, "Yo, 500. You think if we are up by a lot, the Eagles will let Kenny Pickett cook his old team?" Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
I think so. Yeah, I definitely think that'll happen. Lemonator says, "Breaking news: Deshaun Elliott, one of the Pittsburgh's top tacklers and third-ranked safety this year, is out for tomorrow's game." They got a lot of injuries tomorrow, huh?
Few, like three injuries, I think.
Yeah. JM says, "Neither defense gives up a lot of points, and the Eagles' passing attack isn't going to do anything against the number 2 pass defense when they couldn't against the 31 first in Baltimore." We'll see. I think the one thing about the NFL is it's a week-to-week league. You always think like, okay, the stats show this. This team plays a run good. This team doesn't run good, and you always get those kind of things, and then you get to the game and it never turns out that way.
The statistics don't mean shit. I mean, it's something to talk about, but it doesn't mean much of anything, because we've already proved that it doesn't matter what the stats say against the run. We're the best team. We're the best rushing offense when it comes to Saquon Barkley, what he could do. And passing, I think there's obviously really easy missed throws from Hurts, whether the guys are wide open or he's eyeing one receiver the whole time. Like, I think we could do it. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And Lemonator, thank you for that super chat, my man. Appreciate that. Don't turn the ball over, go Birds. I think that's always the key. I do. I think that's always the key. Don't turn the ball over. That's one thing, people can say what they want about Hurts, but it's weird to me because, if you go earlier in the year, it was like, everybody was like, well, if Hurts just doesn't turn the ball over, he's fine. That's all he's got to do. He's good enough quarterback that just don't turn the ball over. And then he doesn't turn the ball over, and then people criticize him for not being, Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I just feel like he can't win either way. You know what I mean? Because they're going to always find something to go after him about, unless he goes out there and wins a Super Bowl. And then what can people say at that point? I just don't see it. Let's see here. Phil, you think we catch the Steelers looking at the Ravens next week since the game doesn't really matter. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, this game's got to be big for them, right? Because they're trying to win the division. So I think they'll be ready. I don't think they'll necessarily be overlooking us for the Ravens. I don't think that'll happen. I don't. I think Pittsburgh will be ready to play, and I think they'll come out, and I think they'll try to run the ball with Najee Harris, and it won't go too good. And what I'm interested in is early in the game. Like, let's say the Eagles come out and they score a touchdown in their first series, or let's say it's 14-3 at the end of the first quarter, Eagles. If it's something like that, 10-3 Eagles, like, they're going to kill this team. If you want to beat the Eagles, you have to be up like at least like 14-0 or more. Otherwise, you don't have a chance. You need to be up like 14-0 by the end of the first quarter, or you're in trouble. Because once the Eagles get through that first quarter and make their adjustments, they don't have a problem.
Right.
They just don't, So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. It should be interesting. But anyways, I hate to do this to you, man, but what are your score predictions for tomorrow? Give me a good score prediction, Joey.
I'm gonna say 31-17. I'm gonna say, yeah, I think I'm gonna go 31-17 because I feel like the Eagles in the second half will kind of extend themselves. I think really it depends what they do in that first quarter. If they can get a nice lead, I think that's what they should do, and that's what I think they are gonna do. So I think that's where I feel comfortable with. We'll see.
Yeah, I like it. So yeah, that'll be. What are your feelings with that Detroit Buffalo game? I mean, that's a hell of a game. Why that game's on at the same time the Eagles, I don't know. I wish it wasn't. What are your thoughts for that Buffalo game? Do you think Buffalo's going to go in there and be able to upset Detroit? I mean, they are coming off a loss last week, so they kind of need to win.
I think they're about even. I mean, I think both teams are really, really good. I mean, I think it's just going to come down. It's just going to come down to who can make a play offensively the most, for that whole game. And you're hoping that they could slow down. If Detroit loses that game, that's huge. And the Eagles will have another shot to sit and wait, keep winning, and hopefully they stumble just one more time. And yeah, it'd be great, fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing for tomorrow? You streaming the Eagles?
Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be for those that want to, I'll be streaming. I'll be live at 10 a.m. my time, so I'll be live at 1 for the Washington Saints game. I'll also be flipping back between that and the Dallas game, so we can laugh at Mark. But that Cowboys game is pretty much irrelevant.
Who they playing?
But that Washington game, they play Carolina. But I mean, I don't think they could. They're underdogs. They're like 3-point underdogs, dude. Against Seriously.
Them.
Yeah, they're 3-point underdogs. So, I mean, they're not making the playoffs. But that Washington game is really important. So, I will be streaming the Washington game. Then, of course, the Eagles game. And then on Monday night, I'll actually be streaming too. There's 2 Monday night games. Why, I don't know. But you've got Minnesota playing. I think that's an important game, especially if Detroit loses tomorrow. Then that Minnesota game is huge for them. They can possibly jump in the first place. I don't know what the tiebreaker situation for them is. So we got to root against them as well.
Yep.
Going to be interesting. But I mean, I guess that pretty much is all we got to say. I mean, I don't know what else to say really. Except for you have no. Tomorrow,
You're not worried about the defensive line. There's nothing about.
My biggest fear tomorrow is that they come out and they continue with the early struggles. Like that. That's what I worry about the most. Because I feel like matchup wise, I think Pittsburgh's got a really good defense, and they're going to be tough. But I feel like we can wear them down. I think offensively, Pittsburgh does not really scare me at all. And maybe I'm taking them for granted. I don't know. But I think if you let them hang around, I also think if you sit there, and if we come out and let's say we're struggling and we don't put up any points for the first quarter and a half, then you know what they're going to do, right? The camera's going to be every time A.J. Brown is on the sideline talking or animated, they're going to be showing him. And it's going to be like, oh, crap, is this shit going to get worse now, or is it going to die down? So to me, my biggest fear and my biggest worry is the slow starts. My second worry is the field goal kicker. Like, can Jake Elliott get on track? He's got to get on track, man. We have to get him going. You know?
Yeah.
The Lord's Grace, thank you for the super chat. He goes, every time Jalen looks like shit, I go watch 500's pissed off draft video. Oh, God. I'm glad it's serving a good purpose, man. I really am.
People,
I'm glad.
People are saying in the chat, Jake Elliott. That's another one that we might have to be concerned about.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The kicker, it scares me. You got to get him going. He just, I mean, has he hit anything over 50 yards this year?
Nope.
I mean, it's bad. I just worry about him. Like, what's going on with Jake Elliott? I don't know. So, yeah, I do worry about that. It is my biggest fear.
Same.
One of my biggest fears. But other than that, I think the Eagles are going to be fine. I think it's going to be our best game of the year, and I'm excited to see it, man. I definitely am.
Yeah, definitely. Same here.
But anyways, guys, I think that we're going to end it. I'm going to go celebrate my wife's birthday. So,
nice.
I think they got a cake and stuff that they want to do and stuff. So, we're going to end this a little early tonight. And, we'll be back tomorrow night. And hopefully you guys come hang out with us during the streams. And should be good to go.
Make sure you guys pick up your Philly Shakedown merch as well. Big sale for Christmas, all of that great stuff. So check out the link in the description for that. Big sale going on.
Yep.
So
we'll play the ad at the end on the way out, and we'll see. I'm waiting for that DB Cooper shirt, dude. I love that shirt. That's my junk. So. Yeah, we'll see. But all right, guys, we are going to thank you for all the birthday wishes. Really, really appreciate it. And we're going to go and get out of here tonight. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a big day, a good day. And should be interesting. With that said, we gone. Peace.
No. Yeah, dude,
We get our weapons! Look! Yes!